And now, it's time for Levack and Goz to answer the question, why?
Why? Tell me why?
Why?
No Levack today. It is Wood stepping in the chair, filling in for Levack. It's Goz here with you on Levack and Goz. It's a Wednesday. It's why we ask the toughest, the most baffling questions of the past week in sports, and we try to give you some answers for it here on Why. The first one, I'm going to offer them up to you, Woods. The Yankees and Red Sox rivalry feels a little different this year. Why?
Oh, wow. I think it's because of the baby bombers. They've rejuvenated the rivalry a lot. I think the addition of Chris Sale in Boston has really given the Red Sox a top of the line number one starter. Even though he's one of out of the top three starters they have, he's the only one without a Cy Young, which is not right.
Definitely to think about that, right?
Yeah. I just think it's the baby bombers this year and the additions that the Red Sox have made. The Yankee way.
Yes,
they've done it too.
There it is, and that's why I agree with it right there. It's the Boston Red Sox fans and players priding themselves on this new team, and rightfully so. It's a very good team, but they did it the Yankee way.
Yeah.
The Yankees have prided themselves, this team, the fan base, on how they built their team. Through the farm system, through Scranton, through Trenton. And they say, look at our new guys. So it feels different, that it's a sense of pride in this, even more so than what's on the jersey, but how it came to be on the jersey. And plus, as you laid out there, some really good pitchers. Both are going to be competitive, as they should be, in the AL East. We'll see if it feels even different if these teams can get to the playoffs this season and raise that rivalry even more. The next one, the New York Mets are 5.5 games out of first place here on April 26th. Woods, why?
Run support. They can't get any. Their pitchers have been pretty darn good all year. Gazelman's looked good when he's had to spot start and be in that fifth starter. Thor has looked great as which he normally does as the Cy Young candidate he is. But I think it all comes down to run support and injuries. They can't keep guys healthy. They can't keep them in the lineup. Cespedes supposedly returning today. I think it all comes down to can they put together hits?
I don't know if this is saying much about the New York Mets offense, but it's much better than it's been the past two seasons. I mean, if you compare this lineup to 2015s and 2016s, it's better. But then again, they were historically bad in 2015 and 2016, kind of pieced it together. But both those teams, one got to the World Series and one got to the playoffs. So 2017, my mindset is that this has been a 3-year problem. Eventually, you can't keep pointing at the guys in the lineup and saying, man, we can't hit. Oh, we can't hit. We can't. Everyone knows that. So you've tried to make changes and it's still not working. That leads me to one person. That's Terry Collins. I've just been never, ever critical of Terry Collins. I thought the pressure and the people calling for his head were just out of their minds, and I know Mets fans are passionate. But this is the first time I have to take a step back and think. These are problems we know that are going to happen. And the injury bug with the pitching staff hasn't really jumped up and bit them yet because the best pitchers are still healthy. Mm-hmm. But they're still not winning the National League East. Like, it's not happening, which is... That's on TC for a little bit of that. Marshawn Lynch, former Seattle Seahawk, former Buffalo Bill running back, is unretiring. Why?
Hold on. What camera do I look at? What camera do I look at? What do I...
Let Marshawn Lynch do that
where do
for
I look?
you.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done. I enjoyed my time playing. Now it's time to watch my cousins do their thing.
You good never playing another down?
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed my time. I'm retired. Is that good enough? Which camera you want me to look into? This
right
one?
to me.
I'm done. I'm not playing football anymore.
He is, though. Like he's back.
Yeah, he's back. So, this is one of those odd scenarios. Maybe this is like he wants to be Michael Jordan. I don't know. And he wants to, retire and then come back. And maybe this is his Wizards moment. I have no idea. But why is he returning? He's returning. I think he has something to prove. I think he wants a ring. And why not do it for your hometown team before they leave?
You almost got to it. It's that he wants to return because the Oakland Raiders are leaving Oakland. If the Raiders had stayed for years to come, I think Marshawn Lynch stays retired. But he knows, you know what? This is the end. we're not going to have football here in Oakland. They are off to Las Vegas. This is my hometown city. I want to play for my hometown squad. I'm not going anywhere else. Let's do it. And this team's really good. How good could the Raiders have been last year if Carr doesn't get injured? Do they get all the way to the AFC title game? Do they give New England a test? It's a really good question, but Marshawn's willing to find out, and that might have been the missing piece now for the Raiders. They lost Latavius Murray. They got some younger scat backs that can make some plays. Look out. Look out for Levack this upcoming fall, talking about his Oakland Raiders squad.
Oh,
Derek Jeter wants to own the Miami Marlins. It's basically done. It's over. But why does Jeter want to own the Miami Marlins?
I think he's bored, man. I honestly think he's bored.
Even Marshawn Lynch are retired, sitting around with millions like, dude, I need stuff to do.
Right? Like, what has he not done in his life? He played shortstop for the Yankees. He's got the supermodel wife. Hey, I got $100 and something million laying around. Let me go be part of this team real quick. I'm gonna go just, I'll buy him. Give me part of it. Anybody want a piece of this Jeb Bush? You want it? Okay, let's go. I think he's bored, and you know what? Maybe he wants a way back into baseball somehow. Maybe this is it.
The frustrating part about it is that some Yankee fans and some New York sports fans said Jeter could have had a possibility of maybe waiting. I mean, the money's not going anywhere. You could have bought another team if it went up for sale. Why did it have to be Miami? Now, there's no rivalry between the Miami Marlins and New York Yankees. Jeter could have been on other groups in the American League, and maybe even the American League East in the future. But he decided to go to Miami. Nice weather. Jeb Bush is involved, but hey, his dad's owned a team before, so maybe he at least has some ways to do it a certain way. And also, if you bought in on another team, who knows what the percentage of ownership would have been. I think if you're right, Woods, and I think you're onto something there, that if his goal was to be an owner and he doesn't want to be a figurehead owner, he wants to actually have an impact on the franchise.
Yeah.
The Marlins seem to be the right way to go with it.
He's got a lot of good talent there too. I mean, he's got a face in Stanton. So I think if he picked out of all the franchises, he probably could have had the picking to choose from. I mean, who knows who else was out there willing to sell their team, but I think he actually got away with a pretty decent price and a pretty decent team along with it.
How about this? 182 underclassmen from college basketball declared for the NBA draft. Now, not all of them are in there, but they've at least gone through the routine and declared 182. There's 60 picks. Woods, why so many?
Oh, man. I don't think there's going to be that many come the Monday when they have to retract their name or else and then go back to school. I think there's so many because of John Calipari, and we had the director of
Jonathan Hawk on.
We had him on 2 weeks ago, and the one and done culture has made college basketball what it is today, and that's because of John Calipari. I think a lot of guys are seeing that, hey, the quickest way to the NBA is this one and done idea. So the reason why there's so many of them, I think it comes down to John Calipari. It's his fault.
Now, right around 40-ish are international players, and a lot of those guys could pull back, but let's just do quick math here. Let's say it's 125 underclassmen. Let's say 75% stay in the draft. All right? We're talking about 80 plus the international guys, 120. I mean, we're going to have 60 guys not get picked?
There's only 60 picks,
There's
I think,
only
too.
60 picks. Now, they may say, you know what? I don't want to play for free anymore. And this is a whole different discussion, but this is the reason why the NBA can't put a 2-and-done or 3-and-done rule, because guys will say, I'll play one in college, and I'm going to China. I'm one, and I'm going to Europe. I'm going to go make my money. If I don't get drafted, you know what? I'll go make money. I'm not playing for free anymore. I'm just not doing it. The last one here. It's 4-11 right now. Soccer.
I didn't see that.
Soccer has yet to be mentioned by you on the show. Why?
I'm holding back a little bit.
Okay.
I've decided, not to screw this up today.
Okay, good.
Being a little bit more responsible.
I'm proud of you.
But anyway, Barcelona today. 7-1 victory over Osasuna. That was great. Real Madrid also with a win today.
Did it to myself.
And what else you want to know? Oh, by the way, jerseys come out for Premier League this week. I got some pretty cool ones coming on.
Yeah.
What else do you need? Let's see. Great game in Germany yesterday. I don't know if you paid attention to that. Dortmund.
Thank you, Woods. All right, you withheld from doing all the soccer stuff. Don't forget, Soccer Unlimited. You're only getting your soccer stuff, $245, Soccer Unlimited. Pitch Perfect, we're calling it every Friday.
Oh, yeah.
You're a part of it.
Got some interesting stuff coming up on Friday. You're not going to want to miss this, and it has relation to the MLB and Major League Baseball, specifically Pete Rose.
What was that? Say that again.
Pete Rose. What about? Oh, get out of here.
Don't forget, don't make it a double issue, by the way, this week, because we're off the following Friday for Cubs-Yankees, so you get your usual. Don't try to put a double dose.
I get 2 segments?
No, you do not get 2 segments. I just told you didn't.
It's a 4-hour Soccer Unlimited show.
It is not a Soccer Unlimited show.